boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the Yukon Huskies. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Yukon Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Yukon will deliver the opening kickoff, and we'll get this game going. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Marks. On target to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll send out the kicker here. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Maryland!
Love love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. To the air, it's Marks. Buying some time. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Louisiana came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact, this wasn't ever really in question. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off. But even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick completion to the right. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Woolen. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught close to the marker. It's Griffin. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight they wanted to force feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Marks. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure affects quarterbacks. This guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Parker. Makes the grab down the middle. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, UConn. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
To throw, it's Parker. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's so impressive when you get to watch versatile linebackers like this guy. Not only is he good against the run and can he go sideline to sideline, this guy can cover, and you saw it on zone defense that time, swatting it away on 3rd and long.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. This time it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Now, 4th down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. On the move. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick, didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Back to throw, it's Parker. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He's got it, and he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Man, this slot receiver makes it easy on his quarterback. Did you see how he found the soft spot, the wide open space? That was easy for his quarterback to complete that throw.
Finds his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
He's brought down at the 36 line. Good enough for a first down.
They'll run it from the gun. Across the 25. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. And the Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the right. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Marks. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Heaves it deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Got it in the middle. It's Pryor. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Terrapins will hustle to the line. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Leaves it with the back. To the 15. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Maryland! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Leaves it with the running back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Marks. Pocket breaking down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And that was awesome by the offense. Good completion, great awareness by the receiver getting out of bounds. If you're on offense now, jog off the field, get the field goal kicker out there. You're going to steal 3 points at the end of the half.
Absolute shank. Missed it. Guys, after that miss, they're still trying to fight their way out of an 18-point hole.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Terrapins will boot it away to start the second half. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UConn offense goes back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for him.
He'll take the deep shot. Catch inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Release to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Gets it inside the... Got enough space. Touchdown, Husky. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Rice took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Owls that fired on all cylinders. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Got the first himself. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Caught over the middle. It's Griffin. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Working that left side now. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that's a huge defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Parker. Steps away to find some room. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw again. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense.
Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often today.
Might be changing the route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it along the sideline.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
To the air on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. The problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Dropping back, it's Marks. Swings it out to the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And now on second down for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UConn. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense is offside. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So first down will open up the final period. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Griffin. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
To the air on second down. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Working on the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
He's got an open man. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catches, plenty to give them a first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it. Gets to the 27. The Terrapins can really attack on this second and short. The give on the option. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football. They're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Snap it to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. Dropping back, it's Marks. Pressure coming. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. He's got it on the left. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. UConn quick to the line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
We reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. And the throw out to the sideline, good, just a few yards.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, that's deflating. And as a defensive guy, I was frustrated when my offense didn't come through when I needed him to. But now it's my time. I got to go make a play. I got to go force a turnover, get the ball back to my offense so we can tie or win this ball game.
There he goes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Marks. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Got it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT.